Hello, my friends, and welcome to the dark side. I'm your host, Trey Toledo, and it's great to sit down and chat with everyone around the world about classic horror movies. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the very best of all time, the sci-fi horror action classic simply known as Aliens. While the original 1979 film was directed by Ridley Scott, this one was directed by James Cameron. You know, the guy who directed Terminator and Titanic. Recently, on Black Friday, I actually went out and I bought the Alien collection of the first 4 movies on Blu-ray. And it occurred to me that I felt like I had only bought 2 movies because I'll never watch Alien 3 or Alien Resurrection. Those things are abominations. Anyway, I went home and over the course of the next couple days, I watched Alien first and then I watched Aliens the next night. Honestly, I feel like I'm one of the very few people who views Aliens as not only a great film, but better than the original. That's right, you heard me. I like the faster paced, more energetic, and action-oriented film. And all of the characters in this film are very charismatic, and they have really good chemistry. And it's just so fucking badass. The first is a very good, dark suspense movie, and it's a classic for sure. But I feel like with Aliens, it's just a movie that understands me more. It's a movie where I can take the Blu-ray case, and I hold it, and I say, "You're my only friend, buddy. You understand me." I also think it's got more rewatch value, at least for me. This one is also one of the very first horror films I can remember ever watching. Like, the image of Newt's doll laying in the water has just always stuck out in my mind for some reason. I don't know. I remember being like 4 or 5, and that image has just always stuck in my mind. And I think that's one of the reasons I like this movie so much. The main plot of Aliens is that Ellen Ripley wakes up from cryosleep after 57 years, and she teams up with a group of badass space marines, and they go to take down an army of xenomorphs. Along the way, she meets a young girl named Newt, whom she forms a very close motherly bond with, and also a friendship with Space Marine Hicks, played by Michael Biehn, who was also in Terminator. Throughout all the chaos of this movie and the carnage, and there's lots of that stuff, I always love the family dynamic between Ripley, Hicks, and Newt. And that's why Alien 3 pisses me off. Seriously, fuck that movie. That fucking scene when Ripley and Newt are trapped in the room where the facehuggers are there, and you see Hicks just launch himself through the goddamn window and save both of them. That's badass. And I feel bad for anyone who was looking forward to seeing them in Alien 3, and they're dead before the goddamn movie even starts. Seriously, I hate Alien 3. Cannot emphasize that enough. Also, Bill Paxton, rest in peace, is wonderful in this movie. By the way, he was the only man killed by a Predator, an Alien, and a Terminator. Game over, man. It's game over. Let's talk about that scene when there's only like a few of them left, and the aliens are closing in on the scanner, and they don't know where they are, and they just see all the little dots closing in on them. When Hicks lifts up the ceiling and looks inside, and he sees just a bunch of aliens staring him right in the face, chills. I just always expect him to get his head bit right off. And then that scumbag Burke tries to escape after having failed to kill Ripley and Newt, and he gets killed by a xenomorph. I'm always glad to see that scumbag die. Eventually, Hicks is too injured to fight anymore, and Newt is taken by a xenomorph, so it's up to Ripley to save the day once again and whoop some alien ass. When she rescues Newt after she discovers an entire cave of xenomorph eggs and a fucking queen, what'd she do? She takes a goddamn flamethrower and burns the whole thing on fire. And then she fights it in a robot suit and wins. Wow. I love this movie. Those are my thoughts on Aliens.